Всем привет! Добро пожаловать на мой канал. Меня зовут Anastasia. Hi everyone and welcome to my channel. My name is Anastasia and we are going to continue doing the ТРКИ test for A1 level. Тест по русскому как иностранному. And this is already часть 2, the second part. The question number we have 27, 28, 29, 30, and then we will see another text. Here you have 4 gaps only in this short text. And what are the gaps? These are only adjectives. And they are only in nominative case. So as you know, probably you don't know, I don't know, but you don't study the cases of adjectives at A1, so you only are required to know the genders of the adjectives. Let's see if you remember the endings of different genders of adjectives. So the masculine adjectives can have the endings y, or oi. The feminine adjectives, they can have endings aya or yaya. The neuter can have oye, yeye. And the plural adjectives can have the endings iye, iye. So that's all. And to solve these 4 questions, you need to know the gender of the words. For example, the first one is площадь, and it's quite challenging because it has soft sign at the end, and you must memorize those nouns, whether it's masculine or feminine. So, площадь, a square. В центре города находится площадь. Which gender? The correct answer is старая, an old square. In the city center, there is an old square. Старая площадь. Большая, красивая площадь. The adjective will have a feminine ending because the word площадь is a feminine noun. Let's look at the next sentence. На площади открылось blank кафе. So a cafe opened on this square. And we have the word молодежный. That's the adjective which means related to youth. It is for the youngsters. So молодежь is the word like the youth, the youngsters, and that's the adjective. молодежный, молодежная, молодежное, молодежные. Cafe, that's neuter. So we have to choose молодежное кафе. So the correct answer is молодежное, the молодежное кафе, a neuter adjective. As you can notice, the pronunciation of those endings, they are very similar because when we speak fast and when the ending is not stressed, the vowels are very much reduced. So when I say молодежное, молодежное, молодежные, I try to pronounce different 3 endings. They all sound the same. But it's important for writing. Yeah, you have to write the correct endings, and that's also important for the exams. So the correct answer is в, молодежное кафе, neuter. The next one. Там часто бывают встречи, blank встречи. That's plural, встречи, meetings. There are different meetings happening in that cafe, and the adjective is интересный, интересная. So the plural here is интересные, interesting meetings, интересные встречи. So the correct answer here is интересные, г, the plural form, встречи, plural meetings, интересные. The next one. Вчера там выступала blank rock group, выступать, to perform. Yesterday a famous rock group performed there. Известный, известная рок-группа, you can see that it's a feminine noun, группа, она, in Russian that's feminine because it's ending with a. So, what is the correct option? The correct option известная, b, известная рок-группа. Now here we have another short text, and here you have 4 gaps where you have to choose the correct pronouns. The pronouns я, ты, он, она, они, and also the cases. When we say I have something or do you like me, you see we use the case. Even the English me is the remnants of the case in the English language. So here the first gap, есть друг. I guess you know that, that's very basic. I have a friend. You don't say я, you say у меня есть друг. By the way, what's the case of this меня? That's the genitive, у меня, because the preposition у requires genitive. But the same case goes for the accusative. For example, ты слышишь меня? Can you hear me? So, меня is the correct answer here. Answer B. The next one, зовут Андрей. You probably know how to say my name is. Again, we don't use я. We say my name is, меня зовут Андрей. Let's say my name is Andrei. But we are here speaking about the friend, the other person, he, because that's a short text. So his name is Andrei. We can't say он. Which case is correct? Like which option is correct here? The correct option его. У меня есть друг. Его зовут Андрей. His name is Andrei. Well, literally, it's like they call him Andrei, and they is not there. It's just assumed because зовут is they form. Anyway, so the literal translation of my name is in Russian is they call me or they call him. Его зовут Андрей. The next one, blank учится в университете. Учится в университете. So he studies at the university. The blank, the gap here is the position of the subject. So it's just the nominative case. What's the nominative case? The nominative case is just the initial case of that word. Он учится в университете. У меня есть друг. Его зовут Андрей. Он учится в университете. The correct answer is он. Он учится в университете. By the way, to practice these structures, if you are a beginner, write in the comments the same kind of sentences. У меня есть друг. Or у меня есть подруга. Его зовут Mark, Peter, whatever. Or ее зовут Maria, Julia, and so on. And then maybe one sentence about what they do. Он работает там-там-там. Или она работает там-там-там. In the first 2-3 days, I will definitely check all the comments and correct your mistakes. And the last one. Дружим с ним уже много лет. The verb дружим, дружить infinitive, to be friends. To be friends, like to be actively friends, to do something together. The verb дружим is the conjugation of мы. So the only correct option is obviously мы. Мы дружим с ним уже много лет, for many years. Like we've been friends. We've been friends for many years. What about с ним? Мы с ним. That's a very peculiar thing in Russian. It's kind of collectiveness. And you can see that in the language, like мы is already minimum 2 people, and мы already indicates him and me, like I and he. But we also add с ним, and that does not mean that it's somebody else, the third person. No, that's only 2 of us. We use this like мы с мамой. It doesn't mean somebody plus me plus mama. It's just me and my mom. Let me know in the comments if you knew that. That's quite interesting. And I'm not sure if we have the same in other languages. So that's all for today. That was part 2, часть 2 of the text. As you can see, that's quite a long test. And we continue in the next videos. We will continue for sure. Let me know in the comments below how many you did right, how many were correct out of 8 today, and see you in the next videos. Увидимся в следующих видео. Пока-пока. И спасибо за ваши лайки. Спасибо большое.